What's up, guys? I'm excited to share with you all of the reasons why I quit doing wedding photography altogether and now only shoot boudoir. I've been inside editing trying to get this 25 poses video ready to release on my next course. I've got to get out of the house. So riding birds is now my favorite mode of transportation. Do you guys have birds in your city? These little motorized and electric scooters that literally people leave everywhere. It's a complete mess, but they're super fun, they're really cheap, and they're cool. Okay, so to explain why I don't shoot weddings anymore and I only shoot boudoir, I'd like to start from the beginning of my photography life. So it all started when I was about 20 years old. I did my study abroad in Australia. Wasn't really that interested in taking pictures, but it was really pretty, so I mastered sunsets and flowers. Actually, they were quite bad. Nevertheless, when I got back to the States, I messaged my old high school photography teacher some pictures, and she asked if I had given any thought to trying to make photography my career. I laughed at her email, but then went on a job hunt through Craigslist to see if I could find anything. I actually found an opening for a youth sports photography company to do their customer service. They would take pictures of the kids playing their sports. They would sell those pictures back to their parents. After 5 days of doing customer service for this company, they let me go out and use one of their sports photography cameras to shoot one of the games. And this was maybe one of my proudest moments ever as a human. I was actually making money with photography. Okay, so let's fast forward about 6 years later. I'm shooting high school senior portraits, I'm shooting headshots, I'm shooting weddings, I'm even filming some video now, doing wedding films. And everything seems to be going pretty well. A friend of mine was having a test workshop for her new boudoir workshop. They asked if I wanted to be a part of it, give some feedback. I had only really ever done one boudoir shoot, but I thought, what the heck, maybe I'll learn something. Well, I learned a lot, so I set up 6 shoots in 7 days to build my boudoir portfolio so that I could earn some extra photography money in the wintertime when I wasn't shooting weddings. Thus began my transition into being a full-time boudoir photographer, not shooting headshots, weddings, high school seniors, you name it, only boudoir. The first reason why I don't shoot weddings anymore is because of the scheduling. I hated being scheduled 1 year in advance, sometimes longer. I missed my cousin's wedding, I've missed family vacations, all because these weddings are booked so far out in advance. Also, when I was moving to LA, I still had about 15 weddings booked back in Denver. That meant I was flying back and forth between Denver and LA for 9 months trying to finish up these weddings. Now with boudoir, most of my clients book about 2 months out in advance, but I limit it at 6 months because I don't know where I'm gonna be in 6 months. Second reason I don't shoot weddings anymore is because of creative control. With weddings, I was basically a fly on the wall just capturing things as they happened, but with boudoir, I'm in control of the light, I'm in control of the outfits, I'm in control of the posing. Basically, I'm creating everything instead of capturing something that is happening. Some people may enjoy this challenge, but I like to be the one in control of what it is that I'm creating. The third reason, and the one that I believe is probably most important, is the effect that the photography has on the client. Let's take wedding photography for example. So when you look back on these pictures, you say, wow, this is amazing. This is exactly how I remember that day. This is how I remember our love felt. This reminds me of that moment. It's very memory based. However, with the boudoir shoot, you often hear people saying, I never knew I could look like that. I never really thought of myself as a beautiful person. I had a recent client tell me, this is the first time I've been able to see myself as a whole person and not just pick apart the different pieces of myself. That power and impact and change in perspective is what draws me to boudoir higher than any other form of photography. So the next reason I only do boudoir photography is because of the time I spend with the client is shorter. Again, with weddings, you had to meet them so far in advance. You had countless emails back and forth. You had scheduling. You had group photo emails about group photos. Then you had rehearsal dinners. Then you had the wedding day was 12 hours. Then you had a ridiculous amount of editing. Then you had the back and forth on album design of over 100 photos. With boudoir, I spend about 7 to 8 hours per client, then I'm done. So this shorter amount of time mixed in with that from when the client first emails me to when I'm completely finished working with them is about 2 months versus over a year. I really love the shorter project system. The next reason I only shoot boudoir now is because I actually make more per hour than I did when shooting weddings. Even though per project, weddings would be a bigger sum of money, when you break it down per hour, I was making more with boudoir photography because there was no travel time, less hours, less editing, less outsourcing, no assistant shooter, and I can fit more of them into a month. But the main reason I don't shoot weddings anymore is because I hate shooting detail shots. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. I would love to know why you do what you do. What is your specialty? If it's not photography, why did you choose to go into that field? Why did you choose it over everything else? Remember, if you haven't subscribed, there's a button to do that somewhere on this page. Always makes me feel warm inside when you like the videos, and I will see you in the next one.